I'm NAZLEY Khan, born and bred in Johannesburg, raised in the beautiful city of Johannesburg. I represent the Democratic Alliance in Parliament and I'm 29 years old. Members of Parliament, when they elected to represent a constituency. And I happen to be young and a woman, and so that is who that's the constituency that I come to represent. I'm currently sitting on the Women, Youth and People with Disabilities Portfolio Committee, so it gives me the opportunity to take the issues of young people, especially young women, to the forefront of government. I mean, Parliament is the national government. This is where laws are made, this is where services are provided, and essentially this is where opportunities should be provided for young people. And so that's what I see the role of Parliament being, is to take issues of young people, especially young women, and bring them to the forefront so that we can find solutions for these issues. And I always say it's always good to have young people in these spaces because we have newer ideas, we have fresher content, and we can look at how can we solve all the problems with new and fresher ideas. Education must be accessible and it must be free for the poor and the missing middle. The type of institutions, it should be world-class institutions. So the type of learning and the type of curriculum that young people are being shown should be modern, and it should fit towards where society is and where society is going. But one of the biggest issues for me that I'm going to speak about is looking specifically at young women. So looking at abortion and pro-choice, and what are the safety measures for young women to get safe abortions? Because too often we find that young girls can't afford to go to a private space to get an abortion, so they go through backyard alleys. So that's something we need to bring to the forefront in Parliament. Gender-based violence, and I know the President is working with the Total Shutdown movement to look at gender-based violence, and so that's something that's very close to my heart as well. But one of the most important things is jobs and the growth of the economy, because without jobs we can't have dignity as young people. And you must remember, we don't just work for ourselves, we work for our families. So when we have a job, not only do we take ourselves out of poverty, but we are able to take our families out of poverty. People joke about black tax, but it's not a joke, it's real. And I, for one, I experience it as well with my mom and my sister, who is dependent on my salary. And so how do we get jobs? We grow the economy, and we ensure that there's growth in the economy. We look at mining, we look at trade, we even look at things like electricity supply, and how we look at Eskom and ensuring that we can get smaller companies involved with supply of energy, and so we can boost the economy. And also corruption needs to stop. So I think it's a whole lot of different aspects that go into it. My message to young people is work hard, buckle up, and let's work together to provide solutions for our problems, because the older people are not going to be here for very long. So it's up to us as young people to set the agenda of where we want to see this country going, because it is our country as much as it is everybody else's country.